Okay, cool. So for this Johari's window, we're going to start with me, and I'm going to go through my quadrant 1, 2, and 4. So my open/free area, which has expanded so much even already through this, I think me and my teammates both all believe that I am cheerful, caring, energetic, intelligent, and trustworthy. And then something that in my hidden areas, so stuff that I know but maybe my teammates don't know, are that I'm very reflective. I'm usually in my thoughts thinking about stuff, and sometimes it keeps me up at night. I'm not a very creative person. I usually just will copy artwork off of Google whenever I'm painting. I am a naturally introverted person, even though I do my best to not be now. But I'm still at my core an introvert. I'm a very independent person in my life. I don't like asking for help. It's a very bad Capricorn habit of mine, to always try and do stuff myself. And I get nervous when big decisions are about to be made. But I'm very good at playing it off. And then unknown self, so quadrant 4, things that I am not would be responsible, spontaneous. I very much like going by a schedule. I'm not a cruel person. I'm not very boastful. I don't like talking about myself and my strengths. And I'm not a foolish person. I don't like being funny at work. I take things very seriously.
And then, so for your quadrant 3, so you're unknown by you, but known by others. So for me, I think you are really helpful. For example, group projects, you're really helpful, with your notes and everything for us. You're smart. You seem to know what you're talking about all the time. So that's mine.
Yeah, going off of what she said, I think you're quite diligent. It's pretty obvious in your work as well as in your notes that you're able to keep a good eye out and get your stuff done. Very orientated too. So whenever you do have those goals, you always get them done, whether it's an assignment or just meeting up with the team. So I think those are some good aspects about you too.
Some good aspects about you. I think that you're knowledgeable, you know what you're talking about, you do the research and everything that goes with that, and you're very confident, even though you don't think you are. You come off as very strong, opinionated in a good way, not a bad way.
I am strong, opinionated in a bad way sometimes too. I yell at my boss a lot about not printing off so much paper because planet.
Cool. So who wants to go next?
Tamara, sounds like you volunteered.
Okay, so I'll go next. So for me, on the 3 quadrants I'm going to be talking about, for myself, I think I am very reliable, or at least I hope people see me as very reliable. I usually try to kind of lift off the stress or the heavy weights in terms of any situation I'm put in with teammates. I also think I'm very quick to pick up on things. So at work, they usually train me for a day or 2, and then I'm put into another team, and I support them in their work, even though I just barely learned how to do it. So that's not by choice, by force, but I'm quick to do it. So, and I also think I'm very calm. It's very hard to make me mad and frustrated. I'm just pretty calm. I don't get angry very often. So that's what I would describe for myself. Unknown to others, but known to myself, I'm a bit shameless, and not in necessarily a bad way, but more if we're in a class setting in a lecture hall, I'm usually the one person that's talking out loud without raising her hand. But also I don't get nervous very often. So public speaking, giving speeches, they come to me very naturally. So even if I'm embarrassed, I don't feel embarrassed. I lack that feeling a little bit. And I'm also very competitive in some strange aspect, I guess, in terms of gradings and testing and anything really that has me competing with people, I'm competitive in. And let's see. What I am not is short-tempered. Again, very patient, very hard to make me mad. And if I do get mad, it's probably your fault. And also, yeah, that's honestly all. Maybe a little bit of a narcissist, but we'll leave that for a different discussion. So.
Cool. So I think for your third, so the things that we know about you that you might not know about yourself. I believe you are a great team player. You are really fun to work with and super cool, I think, and he's just easy to work with. So yeah, easygoing and a team player. That's what I would say.
For your quadrant 3, I had written down that you're silly, but in a good way, in the sense that like even just from our first meeting, you made us laugh, and that really sort of set the tone for our group, which I really appreciated. And that you're incredibly helpful when you shared all your sides about the SWOT analysis when we discovered that none of us knew what we were doing for the other class, so that was really helpful.
Like Faith said, I really think that you're super helpful, like she said, with the sharing of the SWOT analysis and everything when we didn't get taught that. And I also think you're super kind. Like even when we have questions, you're very approachable in that way, and you don't ever like make us feel dumb when we ask you dumb questions in a sense.
Thank God. Oh, that's so nice, guys. Oh, well, cool. Thank you for that. So go next.
All right, I'm about to go next. Okay. So the things I know about myself that a lot of people know about me, I have a lot of energy sometimes. Sometimes I get easily distracted. The energy part. I think I'm reliable. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm most likely going to do it because I don't want to let people down. I think that's one thing too. I think I'm a fast learner. I pick things up pretty fast and I'm pretty open-minded. I get along with pretty much anybody because I don't judge and everyone's pretty cool to me for the most part. And then quadrant 2, so like the things that other people might not know about me is I think I'm a really giving person. I just don't really tell people. I'd rather just do it and, not talk about it. I'm really competitive. I don't like to lose. I'm very observant. I see everything. I hate public speaking. That might be weird, but I get nervous. And I'm a little bit scared of my future right now. So I would say that would be my things that people might not know about me.
And so for your unknown area, what would you say you're not?
Oh, for my unknown area, like what I'm not. I just feel like I need to be more, like explore things more. I kind of like keep in a bubble. So I need to not be so scared.
Yeah, I honestly, I agreed with a lot of the aspects you named for yourself. For me, based off of my observations working with you, I found you to be very warm. And I don't know if that makes like sense, but I think you're very very warm, like you're easy to kind of approach as well. And I think you're very flexible too in terms of time. I know you ended up taking time off of work just to be at the meeting, so I found that really cool and I honestly really appreciated it. So those are 2 for you.
Yeah, piggybacking off of that, I put that in that you were very adaptable because every time that we're talking about when we're going to meet and stuff like that, you're always like, whatever you guys choose, like I'll make it work no matter what's happening, which is incredible. And it shows that you're like really committed to this, which I'm sure we all appreciate. And then I also wrote down that you're confident. You just sort of like exude that confidence, like you walk into a room and like, oh, she knows who she is, which I think is really good.
What I wrote down was that you're really relaxed, like you're easygoing, you're not very tense, and that you're very friendly. When we first met, right off the bat, I thought I could really be good friends with you. So,
Thanks, guys.
okay, well, it's my turn. For quadrant 1, I think everybody knows that I'm an introvert. I'm very logical in that I really think things through. I don't really let my emotions impact my thinking. Um, I'm really relaxed and quiet. I usually like to hear what other people think and then, share my opinions because maybe someone already said it. And I guess everybody knows I'm really impatient. I like things done right away. Um, some things that you guys don't know about me, well, or that I think are my hidden area, is that I'm dependable. I'm very timid, I guess, is when I talk to people at first. I'm like really closed off and like I'm kind of scared. I don't want to um, hurt people's feelings or say something wrong or give them the wrong impression. I'm very complex. Um, People say I'm very mature, and I think so as well. And I guess like one bad thing is like I'm rash. Like I jump to conclusions and stuff like that. Um, Something that I'm not. I'm not really cold. People do give that. Some people say that, oh, you seem very cold, but I'm not. Once you get to know me, I might be really quiet, like I said before. So,
All right. So things that I think about you that you might not know. So I think you're a caring person. So when we first started like group projects, like I was not paying attention and not doing anything. You reached out to me like private message on Canvas and was like, hey, like get in this group chat, what's your email? And like, call me up. So that was really nice. Thank you for that. And then I also think you're really reliable. Like you always set up our Zoom meetings because nobody really wants to, but you always, volunteer, and that's really nice of you.
Going off of her, so for my aspects that I described you as a very calm person. Like talking to you, it's very calming. Like it's not like not very energizing, but it's also very easy to talk to. Not that I'm trying to call anyone out, but I also find you very reliable. Kind of going off of what Lat said about the Zoom calls, I do always appreciate it that you volunteer to do them, and yeah, just dependable altogether. In all honesty, so.
Yeah, and just to reiterate, obviously what they said, I think the very common theme is that you're very dependable. That was like the number one thing I wrote down. Like obviously, like you set everything up, and you're sort of like the backbone of this group, which is amazing. And God bless your soul for all of this. And yeah, like calm and collected, you really like hold down the fort for us when the three of us are just blabbering away about everything. Guys, get our shit done.
Yeah.
So. What would we do without you?
you guys are so sweet.
Was our discussion about the Johari windows. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.